Whanau, we are back at it. So my son is going to come and sweep up all this. This is what we use in the chickens coop. They'll scrape through all of this. But I thought I'll come and show you the greenhouse. So this is how I've weighed it down with my toilet there that I've got to clean. So I've got these woods here that I recycled and got from my neighbour's organic pile. I think they left them out for me. So I'm going to use these on here. I've used one of these in the coop already, chicken coop. See, so this is how I weigh it down, using the caravan that wasn't being used. Here is the greenhouse. So I keep it up during the day. And I'll turn you around so you can get a better look, Whanau. And under there eventually, that'll be a pond under there. And I'll turn you around to show you the rest of the greenhouse. So here we've got our carpet in here. These are my daughter. She gave them to me when I was out here one night. So that tent over there is a pop-up tent. And that eventually is going to be placed here where the table is. And well, we'll move it down actually over here and we'll get some steps. Make my daughter a sandpit. So it was nice and warm in here last night after having, oh look, managed to collect a few more things. Last night it was a spider. And we got some flies in there. I see it was warm and I got in here even like a bit of condensation, which is nice, I guess. See the seeds are thriving off it. How cool is that? I'll take photos weekly and post them on my YouTube. I posted last night's lot. But here we go, we'll keep an eye on the apples, the citrus, the papaya. See, I've got seedlings here as well. I thought I'd let them, dry out for a bit. Because you can see they're still quite moist. I've got my chopstick here to test on this side when it's dry, See, here's my tomatoes. So I plan on having tomatoes in the cold season. This I was thinking I might pull out and set this up out by the coop with the barrel and somehow collect water using this. So I have a lot of this PVC pipe that I got in the organics. So I told my neighbours they could use my waste as well. So I pulled these out. So this is what we collected yesterday and what I'm going to use in the bonfire in the chicken coop. Over here, I'm going to put these things back together. And that's where we're going to chuck all the hay, is in one of these. These chickens, they're all going to go into there. Because I'm going to set this area up and do the bonfire in there. And then eventually spread that out and that's what they'll eat. And it's good for them because it's natural. And we'll just burn it down with our toilet rolls. See, look in here, you can see the seedlings sprouting. How cool is that? So this whānau I'm going to turn into a herb garden. So this is doing well in the front yard. So I propagated some of this in water until it rooted and then replanted this out. So I put my herbs in the garden. Copying this lady that said, this is a great way to companion plant. Have the herbs on the outside, all the flowers in the corners, your main plant in the, your biggest in the middle, and then your medium on the outside. And then you can just sprinkle out what you want. But my main crop in here is silver beet. And then I've sprinkled in herbs as well. So I'll shade these up eventually because these are going to be my herb gardens. I did the same here, see? Some seedlings are coming up here as well. It's all my tools, some more there. So here, this is where I planted out my lettuce. Same kind of system here. I pulled out some of that herb. I'm growing it in the greenhouse because that's one of my new ones. These are all my lettuce that I thought I'd plant out. They're settling in well. So that's just repurposing an old drawer. Over here, repurposing bricks and my wood slates and my pond liner. Same over there. Looking for ways to repurpose this, and the tank over there. And in one of these, I have like those there. So now that I've tidied up most things, I need to go through this because I need these. See, now I've taken all the plants from the bottom I can reuse. Kia ora whanau, so I've got this, and I'm just going to put so these potatoes came from the front yard. So just some ways to reuse and recycle, or what I do to reuse and recycle. Reuse and recycle, got potatoes in there. So, I've already taken out the black thing over there. So I've got more space over here. See, this came out off the table, so I've got to put this into my compost bin down here. See, so I think those seedlings are doing well outside too, because I gave it a plant feed. Oh, here is my little compost system I've got going on in here. I had some leftover. Oh. Had some leftover bubble wrap. Because I got the fish water in there, my plant food in there. I just placed that in there so it doesn't get all stinky and the flies don't hang around. I chucked that brick in there. And then these are normally filled with water that I just place over there, and that keeps it from smelling. But I'll just show you where I also get the water from. So this is how I heat up the greenhouse in there. Just move that over there. Put these plants down here. So I've got apple seed in this one here, if you can see that. And then see, so I can, how much space I have over here. I want to put the fruit trees once they start booming over here in the back, because we get the sun come up over here, so all the heat will come in and hit them first. So these are some of where I propagate these. This might need a change of water. So some of the other ways I was lighting up the greenhouse before I got my solar light system in here from Tengu, which, oh, I'll turn you around and show you now, Whanau. See, so over here it gets powered by the sun. And then I just turn it on and off over here. And then my lights have got the on and off switches over here as well. So, got my texter, reused a piece of fan, as you can see. So everything in here is repurposed. I still have to sort all this out. All my tent stuff. See, I got a few little ornaments in here. That looks pretty there. See, here's my lovely son. So getting all the sweeping up all our thing for us. I found I needed that for photo purposes. And yeah, see, here's how I'm going to repurpose my toilet rolls. 3 cuts in the bottom, and then so eventually I'll have seeds going in those, but I'm just still trying to clean up my area, you know. Oh, that organised area is a better area to work in. So yeah, just organising all my little odds and ends. So that's the sort out pile over there. These are what I might frequently use. My daughter wanted a bath with candles. So now that I've got my lighting system out here, we can take that back inside for our relaxing baths. See, and then all these ones, they just go in here because they could be used for my seedlings to propagate. Good seedy. Oh, look at all those little seedlings popping up too, fun in there. I can't remember what I put in there, so we'll see what grows. So we've got many things out here growing. Check the pumpkin in there. So I've got a lot of plants, succulents that I want to bring out that are growing. Put them like in those gaps over there in the back, down there. And then eventually, see, the chickens are good now. So I've just got to re-sand up the chicken coop. This is the quarantine coop. So if we bring in like another 3 or 4, we'll chuck them in here at a time before they come into here. With my chickens, with our originals. See, this was the one they had no, where's the one with no tail? But it's got one now. So I need to sort this out properly for them. Get them in some ash. And over here, I like my old school line tube run. My kids think it's ugly, but it works. It does what it's supposed to. I'm happy with it. There we go. But yeah, see those black things up there? That's what I'm going to use to do the bonfire in the coop. And yeah, let's get that done. And I also grabbed that green netting for my herb garden. Chicken soon, whanau. Oh, look at my lovely son, whanau. He's left my pile here. My chickens love to forage through this. So they'll be happy. Chicken soon, whanau. Kia ora, whanau, back again. So I just want to show you there's all my fish scraps in there. So I've just filled up all my bottles. I've taken some inside for my indoor plants in my bathroom. I'll show you that later. I filled up all the ones that weigh down this. Got some more little ones over here. And yeah, I'll turn you around and show you what I pulled out from the front yard garden, which was, and I'll show you that too. This tomato plant was in my front yard where there doesn't get much sun, so this was creeping and looking for sun. And because it's already got flowers, I thought I'd bring it in the greenhouse, give it a feed of the fish scrap water you've just seen. Still got to fill that. Oh, no, that bottle's full too. Got the old gumboots on. How cute's that? The little seeds in there. That was I showing you. There's all my water containers. Oh, here. So I got my aloe vera, which I got one in the bathroom, and I have all of this, which is my coriander, which sprouted. I just threw it all into the front yard garden and it grew. So now I'm going to bring it here into the greenhouse. So yep, this is the new setup. I'll put everything here. That is my daughter's sandpit.
Wait, which one's my daughter? Wait.
The tent. And it's Easter, hence why the son's walking around with the bunny. Where's your bunnies? Are they? Want to put them on?
No.
These my other
Can you put
plants.
them on for me?
But how pretty is that?
Mommy, can you put these on for me? Mommy, can you put these on for me?
One moment. My strawberries, my tomatoes, my mint, my garlic. So I've given the new ones over here water. We'll go over here. I pulled out the ones over here by our temporary fence because we pull this open on this side when we need to. So I have to move out. So this one, and this one. So they were growing roots and now they're not. Well, kind of, so we'll see if we can bring these back. I'm just going to sit them in this fish water. The water you've seen, I added some of that into here. Giving everything a boost. Check out what's growing over here. So I'll eventually transplant that out. I think that's my kamukamo. How cool is that? I'm coming. See, everything's in their place and I want to reuse that for the caravan. Got the poles over there for when I use that.
Mommy!
Got this container I can use back in the greenhouse. See, check that out. Can't use that. So this is what I'll use to burn the chickens. Thing in here, some netting I can use for my herb gardens.
Mommy, my ears.
Yeah. Over here. So that's what I'll bring it in. I'll move them into there. This will go in the greenhouse because it's quite windy today here in Melbourne. So for now I'll just chuck that in there. But this is what I'm up to today right here. Getting this done. Chicken soon, Whanau. But here's the progress of taking out that little gap. Replaced it here for the chickens. The ones out there I'll reuse. Might keep that there for now, but that side I'll reuse. And then I might just take out this line to their door because they like to thing everything out anyway. And then chicken after that. Bye for now, whanau. You see, whanau? They couldn't help themselves by coming. See? They are the master foragers. They will carve up anything you allow them to. But this is their space. I want to remove all the plastic, all the junk in here, tidy it up and turn it into a decent home. But first I need to burn that out there.
Get me those worms.
No, the chickens are eating them. Get away. Leave that one. Leave that one for the herbs. Chuck it back in there, please.
I wanted to get eaten.
No, chuck it back in there. Come back in if you want.
Yay! Can I see them eating?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you pick up all the rubbish over there for me?
Wait.
We've got to tidy up in here and I'll get the bricks. Look, the child's foraging now. And the chickens. No, yucky.
I'm gonna help them.
No, can you help them by picking up all the plastic because it's no good for them. Thank you.
I'm gonna collect some more bugs for
yeah,
the chickens.
No, just chuck all the plastic out here for now, right there, over the brick. No, baby, because there's more. Chuck those on the other side.
Huh?
Just put them down here for now and then get more. You see all the plastic? Grab all the scoops and everything, please. No, don't do that. You'll scare them.
They're poisonous there. So. That is all the plastic. Look, a tree. Yay. There's more chickens. Wait.
So, yeah. No, that plastic. Can you leave that? You're getting distracted.
No, I'm not.
Kia ora whanau. So, finally all done in here. Look at the mess and everything that I pulled out of there. And these ones will escape, so I washed everything down and washed them at the same time. If I see now they get to forage, I'm going to put the bonfire on this side. They can't get out there. I'll put a lock on their door so they can't get through. But they have more space to forage. And eventually I'll lay this with sand when I get the money. Here's some under here. There's one behind here. But so I just laid all the bricks along here. I got this recycled from our neighbours when they redid up their house. So this keeps up, you know. Did the same on that side with the bricks to hold that down. See, so they have more room to forage over here. So I set everything up over here where they can walk along. They could get up on the chairs and walk up to where they sleep now. See that I've got to eventually clean. I've got the scoopers, but one thing at a time. We have clean chickens. I'll get the heater on. They'll probably forage and then hover around. And yeah, I'll get that done now, whanau, because they'll be getting cold. But how cool is that? All the bricks are lined up. They have an area to stop all the wind too coming in from the bottom. You know, I could put the tie on and everything will be secure. So this is an update of my backyard chickens, and this whole thing was filled with bricks, but this was a bird aviary, but it's now a chicken coop. So there's their nesting boxes right there. Those two are their favourite. I've got to fix that up there. But that's an easy fix. That's using staple gun. And let's get into a Whanau chicken when I do my next gig. Kia ora whanau, show you what's going on in the garden, but oh, that helicopter was hectic. See, I locked them up there. Here's all my chickens in here. So this is what I've did in the, this was the old dog kennel. And I've just put that in there. I'll chuck the lid on there. See this here, I've used a pipe to hold it up. Got it in a coconut so that it didn't dig into the ground. And yeah, that works perfect. So I'll chicken soon, whanau, bye for now. Finally whanau, there we have it. Just using some toilet rolls. See the rest I've put out here. So this will have, oh, but you even see some seedlings coming up here. So the silver beet that comes up in here, this will be for the chickens, but I will cover this up. And this will help give some drainage for the coming plants. I created this area for, you know, all the creatures, you know, some biodiversity where they can come and have a drink. I want to put a little solar power fountain in there. I had one in there, but you know, the chickens destroyed that. But the one, if it's out on the outside, it should be fine. I moved this down here to keep it safe from predators because there was a hole down there. So that's what I've done there. Show you from this angle. And then see, I've used a pipe in there to raise the fence, and it also keeps you know, anything trying to come in from the top and climb up this. I just need a couple more on the side. But it's great to be able to drill a hole up there and then eventually put up some more PVC piping to collect water. But see, underneath there I have a coconut. I need to find my firelighter things, I think, to get this really going. We'll pamper it a little more. I see I've got the water over there, so I can fill it up from the inside, from in here, inside the coop. Or, you know. But how cool is that? So that is the new space. And eventually I'll get all the ash over here. See, just removing all this plastic is the last job in here to do. And I keep my chickens safe. I'll get right in there and get out all of these. Oh. Replace this. See, so I need to zip tie that in, which I think I might go and do right now. Bye for now, whanau. So there we go, just like the other one, whanau. I've secured this one into place. So yeah, look, now that it's a bit more safer in here for my chickens. And got their water filled up. They got their little dry area out here, so I haven't got any sand for now, but I'll fill that up with sand eventually and tip this out into here, like so. And this is where I'm going to tip all the ash. I've just cleaned out all the plastics and everything. And then I'll drop down here the dust, and then I'll mix this in. Just placed it in this corner for now. So here's one of my chickens foraging. Oh, they're all foraging in random places. I think I can see one over there. I see, just gives them more space to forage, and then eventually I'll put sand there too. But chicken soon, whanau. Well, there it is, Whanau. So I just pre-dug some holes that I'm going to put fish scraps and kitchen waste into. And then the come over there that I showed you today. That'll go in there. But see, one of my chickens got behind there and ended up getting through the gaps in the fence. And I don't know whether it survived or not. And look for the cat too, son. Because she's just had operation and she's taken off over there, naughty cat. Oh no, the dog's there, that's definitely been eaten. But how cool is that? See, you can hear the dog having a good munch now. So I just fold up around the succulents. I couldn't save it. It's a red-nosed pity over there, Whanau. He's not going to not have his car, you know. Those potatoes are starting to sprout. My little succulents over here, so I got 4 left. But I did put one of those brown things on the inside, so even if this blows off, they can't get past the other one in there. But damn. So now I have 4 left. I think the pity's got 3's jumped over there. I see that's why I definitely need that corner blocked up. Can't wait for the blackberries to be able to grow along here, because then the chickens won't even go down there, you know what I mean? Oh, well, that's me, Whanau. Gonna watch this. How warm is that, Whanau? And then that'll go feed my backyard chickens. That's like that Damascus earth that they feed their chickens, same stuff. So wood ash, this will burn down. Just over here is feeling this nice warm. As I'm in my gumboots, still working out here. Just did some holes over here. Might be able to see them that I'll fill up to put my kamukamu in. Unfortunately lost a chicken tonight, sadly. It got behind the fence because they got out. And then it got behind there. So when I tried to get it, it got through the gap, went through to the neighbours, and then got eaten by the red-nosed pit bull. It was also one of our biggest, so I could hear, oh, it's just so sad, but it's the reality of having backyard chickens, I guess, you know. And it's so sad, that's the part I don't like. But see, I've now, because I didn't have the tire there, and this fell down. See, I put the bricks there, but I had nothing else there, so I've put this there now. See, all the chickens are up there, but they know something's happened. So I'll put this in front of it, so even if this falls now, this is here, so they can't get out. And yeah, they'll be feeling it definitely. I lost in the flock. They feel it every time. So yeah, here's the, so tomorrow I'm going to have to really sort out this door and get it on properly. Or do something anyway. But see, that's good. I just didn't have it secure. I've got the wood one there. You know, and you can't see no gaps now. Predators can't see no gaps. So yeah, got this here too. I've got that side closed in. And then when this cools down, it'll go back in here. Let's see if we can see the chickens. Yeah, see, Whanau. The chicken was sitting right there. And then it got through. See those gaps over there? It got in a gap down there and went straight into the pit bull. Can't see where the chickens are nesting, but here's the outside. put this up here too so the birds can't get in here because the pigeons and that were getting in here, so if they could get in here, anything else could, so secured that from above for them. I've just got to sort out this little area here, which I just need another nail so I can extend the fence. But yeah. And then I was gonna do, well, one for the whole day, but I've only managed to get through the backyard, so I'll do a part 2 of the garden, my indoor flowers, my front yard, what's going on there. I hope you like this video, Whanau. And here's to urban gardening, you know, getting the best of both worlds, living in the city but also having your little slice of paradise where you can grow your own food.